Good morning, children. Today we are going to see epithelium tissue in detail. Okay, which tissue? The first animal tissue, that is epithelium tissue in detail. We are going to study the types. Before that, in total, what is epithelium tissue? What are its functions? We will see. It will be easy for us. Okay. So the first point is, it is the simplest animal tissue. Okay, we are going to study many animal tissues. Many types. Okay, in this is the simplest animal tissue. First point. Second point, they are tightly packed. The cells, if you see, they are tightly packed and no intercellular spaces will be there. Intercellular spaces means between the cell space. No intercellular spaces will be there and they are tightly packed. Third point is, it covers most of the organs within the body. All the organs inside our body, if you see chicken, mutton and all, if you get the organs outside, one thin layer will be there, no? Have you seen that? Heart, liver, lungs and all, if you see, one thin layer will be there. So it covers most of the organs within the body. All the organs inside our body is covered by what? Epithelium tissue. Epithelium rests over an extracellular layer called basement membrane. See? They will rest on basement membrane. It means whenever you see an epithelium, this is on epithelium tissue, okay? Epithelium tissue, if you see down, one membrane will be there, one basement will be there. Before constructing houses, buildings and all, they'll put one foundation, no, same like that. For this, there will be a basement. So, it will not get mixed with other things in the body, okay? So, basement membrane. So, epithelium rests over an extracellular layer. This layer is made up of collagen fiber, that you will study later. That is not necessary, but I have just given for your understanding. Okay, and that layer which is seen below, no, that is called as basement membrane. What membrane? Basement membrane. Direct vascular supply is absent. What do I mean by that? See, if mosquito is coming and biting me, okay, I am just scratching my skin. Will the blood come from there? No. Lightly if I do like that, no, nothing will happen because there is no vascular supply. Vascular supply means blood supply. But if I poke something with a needle or something, what happens? Blood will come out because in the layer, outer layer, there will not be any vascular supply. So, direct vascular supply is absent. It forms barrier to keep different body systems separate. Inside our body many organs are there, no? So that they should be kept separate because when we are carrying your school bag to school, okay, you will keep your science book, maths book, then you will keep your geometry box, crayons, then many things will be there inside. After coming school, if you open and see maths book and if you see science book inside, how it will be? Same like that. Inside our body also many organs are there, heart, kidney, that. If you open something, if you see something, if some other organ is there, it will be very funny, no? So that will not happen. It is kept in its own place because of what? This type of tissues. Okay, they will not allow them to mix together. So we will see simplest animal tissue. They are tightly packed, no intercellular spaces. It covers most of the organs within the body and it is resting on which membrane? What is the basement membrane? No. Okay. Direct vascular supply is absent and forms barriers to keep different body parts together. There it's so separate. Okay, it will be kept separate. So these are the 5 important points we can study. Now epithelium tissue types we are going to see. We have studied on mnemonics, no? S square, C cube, G. S square is simple squamous epithelium, stratified squamous epithelium. Then C cube, what are those? Columnar and cuboidal. Okay, 2 things. Columnar, cuboidal. Under columnar, 2. Columnar epithelium, ciliated columnar epithelium. The next one is cuboidal. The next one is glandular. Okay, these things we have studied yesterday. Now we will see what it is. Simple squamous epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium means they are very thin, extremely thin layer. Okay, flat. And for example, in lung alveoli, you have studied about lungs, no? Inside our lungs, what will be there? What is the function of lungs? Carbon dioxide will go inside and oxygen will come out, no? How? something is there inside, small grape like structure, that is called as alveoli, air sacs. No? Okay, so alveoli cover is also made up of what? Simple squamous epithelium. See, the diagram will be like this. When you are drawing the diagram, no, see, first you should draw like this, okay, on rectangle, and then you just move it up like this, connect it. This is the basement membrane, okay, this is the basement, and then if you connect the other things, no, you will get simple squamous epithelium. And when you are drawing the cell, inside you should put one nucleus, okay, one prominent nucleus will be there in the middle, so you should show that. So I have shown, this is the nucleus and this is the basement membrane, okay. And for example, lung alveoli, one example you should keep in mind, okay. Stratified squamous epithelium. Stratified means many layered. This is same like this, but there will be many layers. Many layered, you can write, when you are writing the definition, it is a simplest squamous epithelium means it is an epithelium tissue which is extremely thin and flat. It is an epithelium tissue which is many layered to prevent wear and tear, okay, if anything happens. For example, esophagus. Esophagus you have seen, no, this part, esophagus, and then mouth lining. Inside our mouth, if you touch and see with your tongue, some skin like thing will be there, no, because of some boil or brushing, if something happens, no, small skin pieces will come out, but still skin will be there. There will not be any hole, no, it is because of many layers are there. That is because of stratified squamous epithelium. So like this it will be. See, the same basement I have drawn. After that, instead of one layer, there are many layers, okay, and for all the cells you should put a nucleus in the middle, okay. So this is how you should show stratified squamous epithelium. Columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium, this is also single layer, but the cells will be cube like, okay, and it will be column like. See here, this form, it is one column like, one column. So it is lengthy, it will be elongated. See here, single layer of cells which helps in secretion and absorption, okay. It helps in secretion and absorption. For example, in our intestine, we will have villi, no, microvilli. Villi will be there. In that villi, what will be present? Columnar epithelium will be present. So, inner lining of intestine is because of this columnar epithelium. So, like this we should show. Okay, one single layer, inside that one nucleus. Ciliated columnar epithelium. Same. Columnar epithelium tissue. I have written the short form. Columnar epithelium tissue, but with cilia. What is cilia? Cilia is hair-like structures. Okay, hair-like structures. So the same thing I have drawn and I have put. See, hair-like structures. They are cilia. So ciliated columnar epithelium with cilia in our respiratory tract. Okay. Respiratory tract, what is present? This ciliated columnar is there. Sometimes some dust or some during pollution, or when you are walking outside in the some smoke, something, if it comes inside, no, it will choke, and what will you do? You will do like this, no. At that time, what will come out? Some mucus like thing will come out, no. That is because of which one? Ciliated columnar epithelium in our respiratory tract. It pushes the mucus forward to clear it. To clear that passage, no, that will push it out. So, it is found in the respiratory tract. Which one? Ciliated columnar epithelium. The next one is cuboidal epithelium. Here the cells are which shape? Cube in shape. Okay, epithelium tissues which are cuboidal in shape. This is present in salivary glands, ducts of salivary gland. Salivary gland is produced by saliva is produced by salivary gland, and salivary gland is produced inside one duct. Because of that only we are getting saliva. No, at a time we will not get this much saliva. No, it will be secreted and it will be coming out from the salivary gland. Duct will be there. So the cuboidal epithelium will be present in duct of salivary gland. The duct, the vessel which is carrying saliva. The lining of kidney tubules. In our kidney tubules also, tubes also, it is present. See, like this it will be cube like. See, nice shape, no? Cube like and many layered. See, I have given many layers. Glandular epithelium. This is the epithelium tissue which is involved in the production and release of product. They will produce and release. Okay. They help in the production and release of different secretory products. What do you mean by secretory products? Inside our, I told you just now, saliva. Saliva is secreted from our body. No, it is coming from mouth. Same way sweat. When you are running, you will get sweat. No, it is because of sweat glands. Sweat glands will produce it. There also what will be there? Glandular epithelium will be seen. See like this. A small gland will be there. This will be a lining for that gland also. See how it is. So this is glandular epithelium. Okay. So squamous epithelium, stratified epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated columnar epithelium, cuboidal epithelium and glandular epithelium. Okay. And one line. I have given only one line. Note it down. One example also you note it down. Next to that you should draw the diagram also and practice it. Okay. So this is all about epithelium tissue. Tomorrow we are going to study about connective tissue. Okay. Bye children.